you don't know the
日本語クラ
Tokyo
ス
is
です。
east of Kyoto.
Morning everyone.
Which direction should I
This
go?
is
East or
JCC
west?
Miami
Japanese people
Japanese
say,
class.
wait a minute, east, west. So, but if you say, I want to go to Tokyo, Tokyo. Oh, so,
the center of everything now.
Here we go. We reviewed Yayuyo, and now we're talking about the direction.
Yes, the central train station.
Northeast, north, south, east, west.
Actually, I think Shinjuku Eki would probably still be the busiest train station, right? Or is it Tokyo Eki?
東京だと思います。
東京かな。駅だとね。around the station, maybe like 渋谷とか新宿だと思うけど。Yeah, because Tokyo has like 20 different like overlapping, lines.
Train lines.
Yeah.
Shinjuku is a busy train station within Tokyo, but Tokyo Eki is the center of so many routes, including Shinkansen trains going to different parts of the country, or even the non-Shinkansen lines going to other parts of the country. That you almost have an image of all the lines going into New York, from New Jersey or Long Island or Connecticut or upstate New York. That it's like almost like a spider's web.
But that's Loretta-san's question was very interesting. Even Japanese people play with words. So
yeah, interesting.
Yeah. Okay. Today Yui-san's busy with
Well, I got Wendy's here. So I got but no, it's great. Please continue.
She was going to teach Spanish in the other class. But the Wendy's there probably the weekend.
But this is not a so
what happened to the...
It's behind. See, so it's this. You have to click this.
Well, sorry, I couldn't. Because that's a new welcome thing that I submitted first, so.
Since you said the first one, do you want me to say the next one?
Yes.
Okay, I'll be American Wendy. そうですか。どうでした？どうしてですか？どうして would be like why, or it could also be how, or どうして only why.
どうして
Okay. I like it now.
どうして Why?
Why?
But this is but there are other expression way to express why.
なんで?
Well, would you ever, like if someone would say, oh, I think I'm going to pick this one. Would you ever just say, those two things? Just like why? Or do you have to put like a bunch of other stuff with it? Or why would you pick that one?
As in the sentence, why would you pick that one? Or are you asking why would you pick one of those three?
No, I'm saying, in a sentence. If someone said, I'm going to pick this one, and then you would say, why? So you would just say, those two things? Or would you have to say, why would you pick that one?
No, you can say, yeah.
Yeah. Especially in that context, because since the first person already said, I'm picking that one, then the second person responding, it's already assumed that I'm talking about you picking that item, so it wouldn't need to be said again. In the same way, if you're speaking in English, that I'm going to this place, you wouldn't say, it wouldn't sound usual to say, why are you going to that place? Somebody might just say, why? Because it's already been factored into the conversation as though this is what we're talking about. Does that make sense?
And like a English word, why or how come? You can use any of it. Nande is more casual, probably.
So maybe if you just say, well, you would go for nande.
Nande. You can say, nande?
So is laughing thing that determines, other than one is more casual, which one you would use?
It's similar to how there's not an ironclad reason why to say why opposed to how come. It's just that one is easier because it takes less syllables.
Okay.
In Spanish, only por qué is the word.
Much easier.
In Portuguese, I don't know. Por qué?
Or if you're feeling adventurous in French, pourquoi?
Pourquoi? But Japanese pronunciation is
I was watching a French movie last
different.
night, that's what I'm thinking about.
And I know this is ridiculous,
Mhm.
but let's say there's a movie, like a samurai movie, and like a samurai says, we're gonna have battle over there. And how would they in their military way say why? Would they say doshite as well, or was it like a very formal military way of saying?
This is probably more formal. Naze. You can use verbally or in writing also. Naze. And also samurai drama probably you probably hear. Naze da.
Exactly that tone of voice.
Yeah.
The first one, do you like really pronounce the I, or do you just kind of skip over it?
And she.
Oh, doshite.
Doshite.
So you don't pronounce the I much.
It's very silent.
That's difficult too. Why we pronounce that way? Or
You'll see in a lot of cases where the E, being I, or U, are comparatively quite silent. Like when we say something des, it really could be desu, but we don't say the U, or it's hardly audible at all. You'll see that usually with the E's and the U's are the ones that get sort of diminished a bit by comparison to the A's and A's, O's, and A's. All usually, I don't think, get the same treatment.
probably Loretta-san can use these words, doshite, but then I had the same problem when I started learning English. I can say why, but then the answer can be because da 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 da. If the Japanese people start explaining why,
Quite rapidly.
and then they get stop ちょっと待ってわからないわかります。
ゆっくり言ってください。
Even in English, how we speak English, like you don't always have to say why. Like sometimes you can just make noises. Like,
Huh?
Yeah, like huh? And nobody will respond to that because you can't. Nobody does. But just like you said, just say why.
なんで
I guess we're too noisy.
お化け
Yeah.
Too much noise we make. But when you use this word, get ready to receive a
Response.
response.
So when a U or U is at the end of a word, is it usually not pronounced, or
Mm.
just sometimes not pronounced?
For example,
For most verb endings, like hanashimasu or
ありがとうございます.
all the way. For example, ohayo gozaimasu as well.
Yeah.
We're talking about how the u very often at the end of a word might not be heard.
It's funny because a little bit in Japanese, when people are speaking, there's a lot of silence, like in the I and the U. But in music,
Yes.
sometimes the E and the U is actually pronounced
Right.
Strongly,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah.
For example, like she said, ありがとうござい. In writing, ございます, but in reality, I probably say, ありがとうございます. So the U sound is silent. And I don't know what. Many Japanese word su is silent. Unless you use the word su.
Yeah.
Su. You know what the